Hey, Lizzie. Hey, Vaughn. Jacqueline and Ruben. Oh my gosh, Ruben.
Oh,
Everyone's on mute.
Ruben.
I want to know more about this dog. Hold on. I'm about to like unmute everyone so I can learn about your cute dog. One second. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, cool. I can allow mic for all participants. Just make sure your mic button is muted, but you might have to unmute Ruben, but I want to learn about your dog. You have to click the microphone button. I'm so sorry. Can you find it?
Uh,
There you go.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is Blackie. I rescued him down here in Skid Row about 2 years ago. Uh,
Oh,
I was seeking mental health at the time, and my psychiatrist had told me that I should get a dog, that he thinks a dog would be the best thing for me therapeutically. And I found him, and he's been so helpful mentally. Like, he gave me purpose and all
Aw.
that.
I
He
love it.
he scratches the door when he wants to use the restroom. So yeah, he's a blessing.
Aw.
Oh, he's beautiful.
He's a
Thank you.
sweetie.
I
Yes,
love
anyone's
it.
welcome to bring their dogs or plants or children
Hmm.
or whoever they want on these calls. So yes, Lizzie has a beautiful plants up behind her. Oh my goodness. I
Oh,
am
wow,
in
Lizzie.
awe.
That's great.
Oh, thank you so much. I have kept them alive for 5 years. Thank you.
That's a
Good
big
job. Good
deal.
job.
That's a big deal.
Hey, Gab,
Black.
it's Jacqueline. Can you
Hey,
hear me?
Jacqueline. Yes, we can hear you.
Hi. I can't get my camera's not working. It says it's being used somewhere else. I don't know what that means.
Oh, me
But you
neither.
can hear me at least.
I can hear you. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
Teams is
that's all that
always
matters.
throwing us for an adventure, I feel. Every day I get onto Teams, I'm like, what's she gonna do today to me? Is my camera not gonna work? My microphone, my keyboard. I already restarted twice today,
I
so
know.
knock on wood, I'm in a good spot.
All right. All right.
Hi, Mary. Well, I know it is 7 Eastern time, so I'll give everyone like 3 more minutes. I know people are heading off of work on or ending their day on the West Coast work-wise and starting their evening here on East Coast and everything in between. So we'll give everyone a few minutes. While we're waiting for folks, I'm just going to go ahead and start sharing my PowerPoint at least, so that way everyone can see that. Let's make sure this is the right one. Okay, cool. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, we'll give everyone still a few more minutes, and then we'll go ahead and get started. I also, just so y'all are aware of my space, I'm part of a planning committee for an event here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we also had a meeting tonight. So I'm sitting in a shared workspace versus at my home office like I usually am. So fingers crossed everything works out well. But yeah, I also volunteer as well as get to lead volunteers at my job. It's a fun cycle when I get to do both of them on the same day. So hi, Amanda. I'm actually still wearing a name tag, which is funny. So let me take that off.
I was wondering what that was.
A name tag.
Yeah, nice.
Usually we do an icebreaker too. So this organization I volunteer with is one of my favorite things in the world. I talk about it often. Shannon probably hears about it a lot, but it's called Band Together. It started here right after 9/11, where we raised money for people, for firefighters and fire stations. And because of that, it's our 25th anniversary this year. But every year, the organization puts on a huge concert for other nonprofits around the Raleigh area. So, and every year we choose like a different topic, and we stick with that topic for a few years. So, the last few years, it has been mental health. So very much tied to our work here at Shatterproof. We've done work for the unhoused population, different things like that. This year, we're partnering with a bunch of organizations. One of them is actually a recovery center, and a really awesome place where people can go like do their laundry and things like that when they're in between and in recovery. So anyways, it's a really cool program, and I'm always grateful to volunteer with them. Okay, cool. I see we have a few more people. Hey, Tiana.
I have a
Hey.
question. So I just left my friend's house and it's only like less than 10 minutes. Can I drive and listen so I can get home?
Oh my gosh, yes, of course. Yes.
Okay, good. I just want to get home and she lives close by because
Yes,
it ran
yes.
over what I was doing.
Just make sure you're muted, just so that way we don't catch any background noise. But yes, more than welcome to listen and drive. A lot of
Okay.
the content on the slide I talk through, so you don't need to, and I'll share all the PowerPoint stuff afterwards as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Drive
Okay, well-
safe.
Yeah, drive safe. Don't worry about being on camera, if you don't want to. But yes, people can be in whatever space that they're
Put
in.
it down like that.
Perfect.
I'll put it down like this and listen.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody here, so that way we can go ahead and get started. It also muted you, Shannon and Tiana, if y'all need to unmute as well at any point throughout. But yes, we'll go ahead and get started. We have a small group so far, but hopefully more people trickle in. Thank you all for being here. This is our second call of the year. Yeah, second call of the year for 2026. This will be our July call. Our next one will be in September. So grateful everyone is able to come together. I know July is a busy, busy month. If you cannot see my screen, I am sharing a PowerPoint presentation. You might need to leave and come back if that's the case. And if not, you should be all able to see it on here as well. And awesome. Okay, cool. So just for some Teams stuff, because I know Teams isn't the most familiar tool that everyone uses throughout meetings. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Okay, cool. So depending on where you access our call today, whether it's via the app or your browser, you might see the control panel above or below the slide deck. If you would like live captions, click the three dots where it says more, either at the top or the bottom, select language and speech, and then you can click choose live captions. They should be pretty on par with my speed. They're actually really good to use. As far as muting and stuff, I actually did allow everyone to unmute this time around, especially because we're going to have some breakout rooms later on. But we would love if everyone can make sure that they stay muted. If you are not able to stay muted, no worries. We can also mute you on the back end as well. You're also welcome to come up on camera. I love to not be up here alone. So I would encourage anyone to be up on camera if you are able, but also no pressure. You can ask any questions, do any comments, things like that in the chat. You should find the chat box. It's a little question mark, little chat icon, and you can leave that open throughout. My awesome VP Shannon will be monitoring the chat throughout today's call as well. If you have any questions, she'll make sure to jump in and pause. And of course, if there is a lull or if I ask the group to respond to anything, you are welcome to use the raise your hand feature as well. So we will go ahead and get started with the fun stuff. So our agenda today, we will go over our mission, vision, why. As always, I love to spotlight our incredible volunteers doing stuff throughout the community. We'll dive a little bit more into some updates surrounding volunteerism here at Shatterproof. We'll dive into some breakout rooms to talk about shaping what's next together. And we'll also have some time, hopefully at the end, for some Q&A. In the meantime, I would love everyone to also introduce themselves in the chat. I'd love for you to share your name, location, how many years you've been involved with Shatterproof, and anything else you want to share. I know our volunteers love to connect as well, so if you want to share your socials or emails or anything like that, feel free to add that if you are comfortable and able. But while people are introducing themselves in the chat, I'd love to introduce y'all to my incredible intern, Tiana. If you volunteer for Walk or have in the past, I'm sure you've heard from her this summer. She's been helping me do all of the Walk outreach. She's also been monitoring our volunteer inbox and a bunch of other incredible work. But Tiana, if you want to come up, I'd love for you to introduce yourself to the group.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tiana. I am the volunteer engagement intern this summer at Shatterproof. I'm originally from California, but I now live in Washington, D.C., and I'm getting my master's in social work. My job here is really just to make sure that everything flows as easily as possible on the volunteer side so that you guys can all do the incredible work that we do as an organization.
Thanks so much, Tiana. Yeah, it's been awesome having her. We only have her for a few more weeks, unfortunately, but really excited that she's been here. And hopefully if you're in DC, you'll see her, fingers crossed, the DC walk as well. I also realized I never introduced myself. Sorry. I know most of you on the call. I've seen most of your faces, but and I think I've met all of you. But if I haven't, my name is Gab. My pronouns are she and her. I live in Raleigh, North Carolina. I am the Volunteer Engagement Director at Shatterproof. I've been here a little over a year and a half, so that's why I think I've connected with mostly everyone here. But if I haven't, it's so nice to meet you virtually beyond emails. I get the awesome opportunity to work with all of you and all of the other incredible volunteers across the country, whether that's plugging you into our walk events, different programs, having you guys table for us, and just supporting y'all as y'all are the incredible extensions of staff here across the country for Shatterproof. It's so nice to see some of y'all introduce yourself, and we have a lot of countrywide representation today, so always fun to see folks chime in. Awesome. So, as always, we love to ground ourselves in our Shatterproof mission as well as our volunteer purpose. So, I want to take some time as I know that Shatterproof, especially over the past year, is constantly evolving. You know, we're only an almost 13-year-old organization, and with that comes a lot of awesome growth and opportunities for new learnings. And with that has come our shift in some of our mission, vision, and some of our focus areas. So one thing that we like to talk about is how we're kind of two things at once. We're a systems change organization working to improve prevention, treatment, and recovery across the country. And we're also a trusted resource for families living through it right now. We work to stop addiction before it starts, to close the treatment gap, and to drive better outcomes through better care. If you're sitting here wondering like, oh my gosh, the mission has been updated, how do I talk about this? Don't worry, we have a really cool new tool that I will make sure to share with y'all, and I'll also talk through it today on the call, so that way everyone's equipped to talk about our mission and vision the same way, which is really cool, because when I started at Shatterproof a year and a half ago, everyone kind of was talking about the mission in a different and unique way, and now we can all be one Shatterproof with one voice, which is really exciting. And as far as our volunteer purpose statement, which I also always love to talk about, as all of you know, all of you as volunteers are more than event supporters. You're educators, advocates, connectors, storytellers, and champions of hope in your own community. Every action matters. So whether you're sharing your story virtually, posting it on socials, talking at an event, you're tabling at an event, you're distributing naloxone resources, you're joining our awesome walk committee, or you're simply just starting a conversation about addiction, you're helping create a world where fewer lives are lost and more people can find support. The work of ending addiction doesn't only happen in large cities or in state capitals. It happens in neighborhoods, schools, workplaces, your small local gym communities, and families. And that's where all of y'all come in. That's where all of y'all, a lot of y'all have found us through these local communities, and that's what y'all continue to do within your own communities. So thank you as always for all of the incredible work that you do. So before we talk about what's ahead, as always, I always want to take a moment to recognize what all of our volunteers continue to accomplish. The impact of this volunteer community really reaches so far. Every week I find out about new opportunities, new things y'all are doing. I pull y'all into new opportunities that we get asked to do from other organizations. So I'm excited to spotlight some of those. While I'm spotlighting these few, I'd also love for you to spotlight some of the work that you're doing. So I'd love for you to talk about a volunteer accomplishment that you are proud of so far this year. It doesn't have to be some like big event that there was thousands of people at. Maybe you attended a community meeting. Maybe you gave someone Narcan while you were walking on the street because they asked a question about it. Maybe you recruited a friend to join you in your efforts, or maybe you had a meaningful conversation with somebody that changed someone's perspective about addiction. I welcome any and all stories, so feel free to put those in the chat. But I want to spotlight some of these. So we got invited, and we've gotten invited to some of these events last year as well, but we got invited for the Fort Worth Walk for Lives. This is actually a really cool event. They happen all over the country, so you can actually find one happening in your town as well, most likely. Most of these events are volunteer led, but they welcome other organizations to table similar to what we do at our Shatterproof walks. So we had this incredible group. We had Eric, Sam, Kelly, and Natalie represent us at this local event. They tabled, they welcomed people, they passed out flyers. Natalie also is a Shatterproof volunteer and also tabled for another organization that she's a part of as well, which is really cool. We also have a partner in a company called Locked In, and they put on this really awesome event every year that raises money that goes back to Shatterproof. And every year we get invited to attend to spread awareness about it, to speak, and to network. And one of our incredible New York City Junior Council members, Jen, was able to attend on our behalf. She got to go to the evening event that evening at the dinner, and then she also got to speak about our mission in front of the whole room, which was really incredible. I know I mentioned Lisa last time, but she's testified again. Lisa lives in Northern California, and we have been working on this assembly bill in California now for a while. And she has now testified twice. She has shared the story of the loss of her son and how access to treatment would have helped her and her son immensely. And she stood in that same seat on that same floor, which is so daunting now twice, and had to wait over 3 hours to share her story, but she did it. And because of her story, that bill continues to progress in the right direction. Our next group I wanted to spotlight is our incredible walk committee. We have 6 walk committees across the country. They are doing everything from raising awareness to helping us get in-kind donations. If y'all know, like the granola bars or the flowers, or random things, like they're the ones who get those things at those events. The coffee, we all want coffee at walk events. They help get those things. There are boots on the ground in each of our 6 walk cities, helping raise awareness, bring in community resource village partners, sponsorships, that kind of stuff. So shout out to them. And I also know a lot of y'all have been sharing stories as well, whether it's been on your socials or partnering with our marketing team to get your story spotlit in our blogs. So thank you for continuing to share your story. Thank you for continuing to show up in your community. And as I always say, if there is an opportunity that you see in your area, like a tabling or a speaking thing, let me know. I am happy to equip you with the resources to go do those things. Y'all are always finding awesome things for us to participate in, so always happy to support y'all to do them. I wanted to read some that popped in the chat. Ruben said he was able to go into a local prison with the Skid Row Running Club and another 1,000-mile running club to give hope. If y'all do not know Ruben's story of all the incredible work he does with the Skid Row community, I found a few articles online. Feel free to put one of them in the chat, Ruben. But Ruben is one of our newer volunteers as of last year and has an incredible story. So thank you for doing all of that, Ruben. And if any others pop up, I will see them. And I also see some people want to start walks in their areas, which is really cool as well. And Shannon and I are happy to share those resources with y'all. Okay, cool. So one thing we've consistently heard from all of you is that you want clear, accessible tools that make it easy to take action. So we're continuing to invest in resources that help you feel confident, informed, and supported. As I go through all of these slides, I'd love for you to see, and we'll have breakout rooms to dive into this too later, but I'd love for you to see what do you think's missing, or what could you do in your community as you kind of see these things pop up? Oh my gosh, I also love that Needs was able to speak at NAMI in her local town and talk about her recovery story. That's awesome. We are big fans of NAMI. We do a lot of work with them. So if y'all ever see tabling or anything for them, we would love to have you go have a Shatterproof table if it's free and able for us to attend. Okay, cool. So new resources. Super excited to talk about some of these. As always, the volunteer portal exists. I continue to add to this volunteer portal every week. So if you go on that portal last week and you're like, there's nothing for me, or I don't see a resource, go back. I promise you there might be something new, whether it's a resource, a new support page, a new opportunity that might be general for you to be able to do on your own time. Or this week alone, we had 3 different opportunities pop up in 3 different cities. So the opportunities are continuously endless, and I really encourage you to always go back and check. Shatterproof Explainer. So like I said earlier, we have this new Shatterproof Explainer. It gives you all of the things that you need, from an elevator pitch to talk about Shatterproof to a breakdown of our why. Like, what does being Shatterproof even mean? I will go ahead and share that with y'all after the chat. It's also been uploaded to the portal, not in the chat, but I'll share it with you in the email, unless Shannon or someone else wants to put it in the chat. But I will make sure to share it with y'all afterwards. Use this as a resource. It's helped me a lot. I reference it almost daily just to figure out like how to talk about it, how to intertwine it into my own story, my own language. Another really incredible thing. So if you live in one of our 6 walk states, so Illinois, Massachusetts, New York, Texas, California, Washington, D.C., or the DMV area. Wow, that was impressive. We have these now state fact sheets that are really incredible. We also have them for the cities. So if you're in one of our walk cities as well, we have those more niche ones that are specifically localized. I get asked this a lot. I get told, okay, cool, you guys are talking about the 48 million people impacted by substance use disorder a year. But what about my state? What's happening in my city? So we started building these out thanks to our incredible Stigma team and our incredible human being on that team who has a number brain that I wish I had. But these fact sheets now exist, so it's great for you to reference. So along with the Shatterproof Explainer, if you live in one of those states or cities, check out that fact sheet as well. And together you can really create an impactful story and an impactful way to talk about Shatterproof when you're out and about. Hopefully those fact sheets continue to grow and we're able to have them for all of you across the country. We also have a new advocacy page. So we have now updated our advocacy platform. In the past, when you would go to our advocacy page, it was really hard to figure out, like, what is Shatterproof working on nationally? Is there anything locally happening in my town policy-wise? Now it's easier to search than ever. We've broken it down from local opportunities to national ones. And the ways you guys can engage in them is also really easy too. You can go in, fill out an easy email. You can have an easy call script, an easy text script. Honestly, it's never been easier to go ahead and contact your people in Congress based off of the bills that we're working on. And we need your help when it comes to advocacy. For those of you who don't know, we only have 2 staff that are a part of our advocacy team on staff. We have a ton of lobbyists and people that we also work with, but as far as state by state policy goes, we have 2 people working on them day by day. So we need our volunteers to come in and help us amplify the voices of our 2 incredible policy staff. And that's also always growing as well. So always check back at that. We also have our annual impact report. This is released for 2025, so we do them the following year. So all of our data from 2025 and impact moments are shared in 2026. I'd also encourage everyone to check that out. We have an incredible note from our CEO, our previous CEO and founder, Gary, as well as a note from our new CEO, Pam. We also have a lot of incredible stories that are called out in all the different areas of work. If you are unfamiliar with all of the incredible work Shatterproof does, it's a great way to see, like, okay, cool, we have treatment atlas, but what does that mean? Our impact report really shows what that means. It gives you call outs and stories in regards to that. And then we also have coming soon as our one-on-one guide. So now that we have these explainers and these fact sheets and these impact reports, I am able now to create all of these trainings that I've been talking to y'all about building for about a year. So we'll now have, in the future, we'll have some trainings that will be PowerPoint recorded trainings for all the volunteers to gain access to. I know everyone is a different learner, so that these trainings will allow you to kind of absorb that information verbally as well as visually, and then also you can read it on your own as well. Any questions about the resources while I'm on this slide? Okay, cool. And I also saw Vaughn has been running a YouTube channel that followed his recovery after losing everything. Wow, 4,000 viewers. That's so impressive. That's really cool. Well, feel free to put it in the chat too if you want people to go view it. I know this group loves to stories are important and they're powerful. So that's incredible that you gained so many viewers over just 4 months. So some upcoming ways for y'all to get involved. Listen in closely because a lot of these everyone can get involved in. First up, I wanted to spotlight is our Alpha Sigma Phi conference. If you are in Dallas, Texas and interested in joining this event next weekend, we already have a few volunteers who've raised their hands. It's a 3-day conference. And we are going to be tabling and speaking and passing out materials. But for those of you who don't know, we are one of Alpha Sigma Phi's, and I see your hand, Vaughn. I will call on you right after this slide, I promise. I'm not ignoring you. So we are one of Alpha Sigma Phi's, which is a fraternity, national philanthropic partners. So that means every fraternity and sorority has to choose an organization to partner with. Alpha Sigma Phi has 5, and we are one of them. So they get to volunteer with us, raise money for us, spread awareness about us, which is really cool. And we get invited every year to attend their annual conference, where we get connected with student leaders from across the country. So like I said, we'll be at this conference in Dallas next weekend, and I'd love to have any of you who are in the area join us if you're interested. And then I also wanted to mention, so with Alpha Sigma Phi, and also really incredibly, a lot of wonderful youth have actually been reaching out to me lately. And what has really become very clear is that young people want to make a difference. They simply need opportunities and tools to get involved. So I have started to create an initial draft of what a Youth and Student Action Center would look like. It compiles all of the resources Shatterproof has released over the past 13 years that are focused on youth engagement, as well as some ways that youth or student groups can get involved in support with my New York City Junior Council. They've been helping me build that out. But if youth engagement, schools, colleges, athletic programs, or student organizations in your areas, or if you're a part of one, want to be involved, or if you want to do more work in this area, let me know. We are continuing to build out a lot of stuff around this, and I would love for volunteer voices to be a part of it as well. Vaughn, did you, oh, he said wrong button. Never mind, Vaughn, not a problem at all. I do that all the time, so no worries. I did that once on a national board meeting, so that was really, really not good for me. It's really embarrassing. That happened like 10 years ago, though, when I was just starting my career. So, okay, this is for all of you. All of you guys can get involved in this. So Save a Life Day, this wonderful organization called SOAR West Virginia that started in a small town in West Virginia. They have this Save a Life Day, and Shatterproof is one of their sponsors. So they this is one of the most tangible ways that people can get involved, I feel like, throughout the year. It helps prevent overdose deaths, and also increases awareness about life-saving resources like naloxone. It brings together organizations, communities, and individuals across the country around a simple but powerful idea that more people should know how to recognize an overdose, respond effectively, and access tools that can save lives. Last year, they passed out over 130,000 doses of naloxone. There was an event happening in every state across the country. We were actually able to have one of our Shatterproof volunteers get them their 50th state. They had never been in all 50 states before, but last year, because of a Shatterproof volunteer, they were. One of the things I love about Save a Life Day is that there are opportunities for every level of involvement. So whether you want to sign up to host your own Save a Life Day in your own county, you want to join someone else's who might be already hosting one in your area, you want to connect people to training opportunities, share resources online, or simply just learn more about yourself. They have so many incredible resources on their site. I know I continue to learn a lot from them. There's a place for everybody. So if this is an area you're passionate about or even interested about, let me know. The opportunity does exist on the portal, so everyone is welcome to also sign up that way. I'll send the link in the follow-up too. But we would love to have as many volunteers at Shatterproof partner with the Save a Life Day already happening, or create your own. It happens every year on September 24th, and it's nationwide, like I said. Depending on who you are in your state to sign up, you also get access to free naloxone, which is also really cool. They'll ship it to you depending on what number you are in your state to sign up, which I think is really awesome. As we all know, International Overdose Awareness Day and Recovery Month are coming up. August 31st is International Overdose Awareness Day, and September is Recovery Month. This is a great way for everyone to engage. Every year, I hear about a ton of opportunities popping up in communities. So I encourage all of you to Google, is there an International Overdose Awareness Day activity happening in my town? Is there Recovery Month activities happening in my town? There probably is, and we would love to have you all as Shatterproof volunteers attend these to raise awareness, table, pass out flyers, show up in your teal and purple, what have you. By attending these things, it helps us either remember lost loved ones while inspiring action to prevent future loss. It also reminds us that recovery is possible and that everyone deserves access to support, treatment, and hope. So look around to see what's happening. Let me know if you find something in your area you want to engage in, or check out the portal, because we get invited to a lot of events surrounding these days as well and are always looking for volunteers to join. Tiana, do you want to talk about Shatterproof Classic?
Yeah. So this is an event, the 13th annual Shatterproof Classic, happening on September 28th in Wilton, Connecticut. It's a high energy all day event that brings together supporters for golf, tennis, pickleball, cards, and then an evening reception. And volunteers play a vital role in creating a seamless and meaningful experience for participants while also advancing Shatterproof's mission. Opportunities can include being a photographer, registration and setup, golf activity support, and evening reception support. So if you're interested and in the area, please make sure to sign up.
Thanks so much. I just posted all of those today. So if you haven't checked and you are close by, we'd love to have you.
And then also, as many of you know, we have all of our walks happening throughout September to November. Chicago, Boston, DC, New York City, LA, and Dallas. But if you're also not near a walk city, you can host your own walk. In 2025, nearly 1,000 people did across 44 different states. I'd love if everybody could put in the chat if they're already signed up to participate in this year's walk. And also just want to note that the New York City date changed from the 24th to the 25th. So make sure that you are good to go on that.
Awesome. Yay. Yes, multiple people on this call are signed up. And if you have any questions, let us know. We'll be sending out more and more communications. And if you haven't signed up and you're near a walk, sign up. We'd love to have you for the first time or have you back. And if there's not a walk near you and you want to put on a walk, let us know. And we are happy to support that as well. Awesome. Okay, so one exciting opportunity, literally hot off the press. I had a meeting about this today, and excited to share more because it seems to be going in the right direction. Is that we are currently developing something that we're for now calling our proclamation initiative. So if you haven't heard of what a proclamation is, I am happy to explain it here. We've just been really exploring ways for volunteers to help awareness about addiction, recovery, and also Shatterproof's mission in all of your communities. And a proclamation is a great way to do this. So fun fact, you can actually go to your city and say, hey, I want today to be our town's cat day. Well, you can do the same thing for Shatterproof. So we are putting together a thing for all of our organization, hopefully surrounding our 13th anniversary date. Our anniversary is September 13th, and it's our 13th year. So if you're a numbers person, there you go. But we are hoping to have as many people participate and hoping to go to your local town officials, submit for name to be decided, a Shatterproof day on September 13th or in the month of September for your town to recognize that, to raise awareness for hope and for people that we've lost, and to, support our families and our friends and just raise awareness about substance use disorder. So we'll be working through the details. We still are, as I said, I just had a meeting a few hours ago. I'm working with marketing and our advocacy team, but we're really excited to share this with you all and share this with not just our volunteers, but all of our constituents, our walkers, things like that. So I'm not asking one to take action yet tonight, but if this does sound interesting for you to do, I would love for you to let us know. You can shoot a note in the chat, but you can also shoot me an email as well. We'll have a sign up on the portal very soon. You can either, same thing as Save a Life Day, you can do the proclamation yourself. You can do a group effort, especially if you're in one of our cities that has a lot of volunteers. But we're really excited to have this to raise awareness, to raise education, and to also just have a day where everyone is supporting our substance use disorder community and raising awareness and wearing our teal out in the community. It'll be really fun, and hopefully this is something that we can do year after year. At my last organization, we did this year after year. People started having picnics in the park the day that the proclamation happened. They'd be passing out branded colored light bulbs, so that way the whole neighborhood would be lit up in that color. There's a lot of different things that we can do around this, and excited to get y'all's ideas as well as to have everyone participate. Yes, and we will definitely, I'll have all these awesome guides that will help give you step-by-step and also give you templated letters and all that stuff too, and also connect you with other volunteers, because we actually have a lot of volunteers in South Florida, Amanda, so happy to connect you with more folks. Okay, so originally I wanted us to go into breakout rooms. There is 11 of us on this call, but up to y'all. We could do smaller breakout rooms, depending on what would that be, like 3 people in each room, almost 3.5 people in each room, but we'll see. So I wanted to kind of talk about what this is. So as a lot of y'all should know from meeting me, is I want to hear from y'all. I I can build out volunteerism programs. Y'all are the experts. Y'all are the ones out there doing the work, seeing what I'm putting out, seeing what Shatterproof is putting out, speaking on our behalf. So I love to pull y'all in to help build this work out alongside of me. And so I was hoping we could go into breakout rooms today. I wanted to split everyone into 3 groups to talk about International Overdose Awareness Day and Recovery Month, community outreach and education, and volunteer recruitment and growth. And depending on what this group thinks, would y'all be interested in doing breakout rooms, or y'all just want to do this all together as one? No preferences. Oh, people are typing. I'll let you type. As one, all together. Yes. Okay. If you're a High School Musical fan, they sing an all together song. But fun fact, I was at a conference and one of the High School Musical cast members was there, and she was our opening speaker, and she literally did the High School Musical dances, which I thought was absolutely incredible because that happened so long ago. Okay, cool. One band, one sound. Okay, awesome. So in that case, let's go through this together. So I want to start with International Overdose Awareness Day and Recovery. So as we think about these things, I know the text is really small, so I will also put it in the chat. But I wanted us to kind of think of some questions. People can come off of mute. I will stop talking so much. But when it comes to International Overdose Awareness Day and National Recovery Month, let's think about what activities volunteers could organize or support locally. If you have participated in these events in the past, like what has worked well, what hasn't? When it comes to opportunities like this, what resources could be helpful to help you feel confident when you're engaging in them? And then also, how could Shatterproof better support both these times of the year?
Hi, Gal.
Hi. Aw.
How are you doing?
Good. For those of you who don't know,
Good.
Andre was our intern last summer. She's also an incredible team captain and fundraiser and all the things. So she is not last summer, last fall. But yes, Andre is one of my favorite humans.
Oh, thank you. So regarding International Overdose Awareness Day, I think what would be a good idea is to find one of the local events, like you mentioned, and potentially put a table up there. Is that what you're thinking? Something of that sort, right? And then being able to hand out Narcan. I have a endless supply of Narcan, so no one would need to send that to me. But yeah, I think just just engaging with the community, which I'm quite well at. I'm quite used to doing that with Shatterproof. So that would be my thought on that. And yeah, that's it on that one.
And can you share, Andre has this really cool free like Narcan library in her front yard, but can you share how you get access to Narcan quickly for those who might not know, at least how you do it in your town? It's different everywhere, but just so you can kind of show the ease of it.
Sure. Yeah, no, it's a foundation here called Recovery Road, and they get funded by the County of Orange as well. So they get an endless supply from Orange County, California. So I have a really good relationship with them, and I just go over when I need it, pick it up, and I fill my box up probably, I don't know, once a month, probably. It's out of a full case. So I get a lot of people trafficking through my street, and I get notes all the time from people saying thank you for doing this, and the whole goal is to be able to just harm reduction. That's what we need to do. Awesome. Just keep talking about it.
Yeah, everyone who does it for the first time is always like, I didn't know it was this easy, or I didn't know I just had to fill out this one form. So I'll share a resource with everyone too on how to find it in your city and your state. But thank you so much, Andre.
Sure.
Melissa, I see your hand is raised.
I was just going to ask the same thing, where we get that from, but you already answered my question. So
perfect. Yeah, and I'll send the link afterwards too, so everyone can view that too.
Okay,
Amanda,
I have a quick question.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So since I'm new to all of this, and I know we chatted for like a little bit briefly, but I just want to know, so maybe sometime soon me and you could talk about like how to get involved in my community, because I don't even know where to start.
Yeah, of course. Happy to have a more in-depth one-on-one conversation with you, specifically like also to your community in your town, to figure out what's going on. If there's
because we know my town, South Florida, is one of the top recovery capitals of the world. So
Yeah.
I just don't know what the resource center is, where I would go, or how to look it up, like what to look up.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because I'm
exactly.
new to all of this.
Yeah, of course. Happy to help. On our one-on-one as well. I'll send you an email afterwards with some availability that I have. And then also the goal is, like I know I mentioned earlier, those one-on-one 101 trainings is to also give you guys guides on how to do a lot of these things. Because I know it might feel overwhelming, like I'm saying Google what's happening in your town. That might feel very overwhelming to some folks. And so if we will be providing you eventually the resources on like what to specifically look up, what you're looking up when you are looking it up, how to click on an organization and see maybe what they're doing, and then what the next step is after that. Okay, I found a tabling event in my town. Now what do I do? So hopefully we can walk through that, but happy to also provide.
Well, on last year on Awareness Day, I have to look it up. I think it's the Delray something addiction center. It's something, and I went to the meeting, and it was really for people that are in addiction and work at this place. It wasn't really for me, so I was really an outsider and felt very out of place there because it wasn't for me, and I thought it was.
I'm sorry, that does not sound like a fun experience.
Yeah. Amanda, where are you based in South Florida?
I'm in Delray.
Delray?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, we will get you connected to some more things, Amanda, and hopefully there are a lot of volunteers in South Florida. Florida's a huge state, so that that doesn't mean I don't know how close people are, but I can look up more to see if anyone's nearby you as well.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, because I really want to get involved somehow, and I know I'm
Okay.
it's all over, but I just don't know how to begin or what to do. But I want to help.
That's
And
amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing you want to help. We're happy that you're here. Hopefully we can get you doing some things soon. Yes, Ruben, thanks for raising your hand. What are you thinking? My gosh, wow, words. What are you thinking? I just said 12 different ways to ask that question. Sorry.
Okay, so down here in Skid Row, there's a lot of dogs that like are dying over overdose of getting fentanyl and all that when they walk, from the streets or when people pet them. And the response from dogs being mistreated down here and all that, like they're not getting the attention from the police and all that as they should. And it's sad that it happens a lot more than people know, that dogs are the drugs, that people are touching them and they're licking their hands and they're uh, overdosing and all that. I just think that like the laws down here in Skid Row, if it happened like in Beverly Hills, if something would happen, but when it happens down here, it doesn't, nothing happens. They just okay, just keep on going, but it's a crime. It's it's not fair that it happens a lot down here and nothing's happening. Like there's no attention to that or nothing being done about it.
Yeah, that sounds like such a big problem. My goodness, I had no idea. I always say I learn something new at this organization every day. I've never learned so much working at any other nonprofit. That's awful. I do wonder if there is any like
Some people are
organization starting
testing.
or community.
There's some people down here that test their drugs through their dogs, and like it's yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah, no, it's not, and it happens a lot. I mean, I'm even shaking just bringing it up because there was these organizations, people that come down here and care about dogs, but like they told me they've gotten at the news, and it's just hitting walls where nothing's getting done. But it does need to be more talked about, and maybe people, that have power or something, just let it get out there a little more because it just goes in the back burner. Nothing's getting done.
Yeah.
So Ruben, maybe with what you're saying, it would be a good idea to, if you can get a hold of fentanyl test strips instead of them using it on dogs, maybe if they had those, that's also readily available in my box. But I don't know, Gab, if there's a way to do that, to send them out so you can maybe give them out if possible.
Yeah, a lot of the harm reduction organizations that do like distribute naloxone products also will distribute like fentanyl test strips and
Yeah,
things
okay.
like that. So maybe like
Mhm.
Ruben, something that your community needs, of course, is probably naloxone, but also maybe they need fentanyl test strips, which you could also get access to. And as you are walking around in your community, like pass those out, especially because like they're so discreet and small. Or start seeing if you can put them up in different storefronts, or we have our New York City Junior Council, like they go around with bags of Narcan and they pass them out to bars and restaurants. So that way the bars and restaurants can put them out in their like back staff room. So they always have it on hand. So I wonder too if like coffee shops or I don't know, grocery stores would be happy to have like cups of fentanyl test strips if you're distributing them out too. That could, and then people, you can be like, tested on these, not your dogs, kind of thing. Could be some of the language that you're sharing.
Yeah, you know what? As you guys were talking, and I'm hearing you guys. You know how like we have post box to put your mail in. Down here would be a nice thing to have those like, but where you have like fentanyl strips and that. You know where
Yeah.
disposables at your disposal at 24 hours a day. You know, because those
Yeah.
people do the harm reduction people do come by, but I think they stop like at a certain time at night. You know, they don't work 24 hours. But to have it 24 hours accessible would be something really good too.
Mhm.
Because there's a
Yes.
big range of out here that's, Skid Row is a pretty big area. And yeah, they need it down here 24 hours accessible, And I see it, they do it like to 10, 12 o'clock at night, but uh, to have it 24 hours around here, even if it was just in a couple places, would be really, really a good thing. Because I mean, like I've been sober going on a little over 9 months, and just like walking, I always see the white tents, and I asked the ambulance drivers what happened, and they're, they OD'd, we couldn't, they didn't make it in that fentanyl and this and that. And I mean, it still bothers me every day. But just to have those Norcans or those strips a lot more accessible would be, especially in a highly populated area where people are dying of it, would be a big thing, a good thing.
So Ruben, where are you located?
In California, Skid Row.
Did I meet you last year at the walk? I
I
recall
volunteered first, and then they let
Yeah.
me walk it.
I
So
met
you
you
part,
I met you in November last year. I remember you. So
yes.
I'm local, and if you so I'm in Orange County. If you need something, I'll be happy to provide that for you.
Okay, most definitely. I will stay in contact with you.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, because Andre has one of those, like what you were describing the post, like the mailbox thing. She has one of those in her front yard. Save a Life Day also, they were mailing them out last year. If you're like the first person in your state to sign up, they would mail out these like huge newspaper stands that like people's community nurses station that were open 24/7. They put them in those buildings, or they would put it in the town center where the door was always unlocked, or like the local library lobby or whatever too. So I'll look up too, like how people can get access to kind of those free library type things. It could also be, I know some groups will get together and build one and then like put it in their town as well. Like there was a group that I worked with locally here, and a group of them got together and built a few of the like free library things just out of wood. And then they just put them up in their town squares and things like that with some free resources inside. So that could be something as well. Like a group of you guys could get together and put together some of those.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I know we only have about like 30 more minutes, but I'd love to get any other feedback too on the other areas. So as far as like community outreach and education, what opportunities exist in your community about addiction? What organizations could we be partnering with? Some of these we've already talked about as well, but any other outreach tools or materials that would be useful? How can all of you as volunteers help expand awareness year round? And then also the second one, what motivates all of you to volunteer with Shatterproof? Where should we be bringing in new volunteers? How could we do better for all of you once you guys all join Shatterproof? And what opportunities are missing? I just want to make sure to cover both, especially with the time, but feel free to answer any needs. I see you raise your hand.
So, oh God, what's the name of it? Is it I can't think of the name of it right this second, but I went to one meeting because this lady started a chapter in Deerfield and
Mhm.
near me. And it's for people that lost somebody to addiction. So the next time when I go to a meeting, I could maybe reach out to them and see if anybody wants to help.
Yeah, that'd be great. We are always
It is a
welcoming
national,
requests.
I can't think right this second, but it's a national organization, like a very big organization for people that lost somebody to addiction.
Yeah, I'd be happy to welcome anyone in. Needs? Sorry, I saw you raise your hand as well.
And I guess, yeah. Oh, no worries. I think I put an S on the end of my name instead of an A because it's Nina, but I'm quite sure it's because I was like typing and driving at the same time. But
no worries. I was fun. Needs
no,
is a fun name.
on the hey, Nina is actually just short because no one can ever get my name right. So I'm just like, it's Nina. Don't worry about it. You can't pronounce it anyway. So it's just Nina. My thing with volunteering, and it's whenever I volunteer anywhere, it's the making sure you keep the volunteers engaged. Just even if it's just a little anything, because right now I don't know if anybody realizes the shift to lived experience is kind of where it's at with in the nonprofit world of talking about it and not using other people's stories to help your cause, but letting those people tell their stories themselves. So it's just kind of like I think that's a way to bring volunteers in and keep them more engaged would be to help them get to a level where they feel like they are actually sharing their story and someone else is not sharing their story for them.
Yeah.
Because yes, you can share someone's story, but it's still their story and no one can tell you better than they can. So that was just a thought on the bringing more volunteers in.
Yeah, I love that. And that's one of the things that I heard loud and clear too when I started was that you all were wanting to, be the owner of your own story and go out and do these, which is why I love like sharing things like Save a Life Day or activities that are happening in your town. Because yes, although you're out, passing out Shatterproof resources, you can also share your own story and your own voice at that time and tie it to our mission. And we continue to add things as well and pull people in to share their stories through our blog. Share your story through a memorial or on our socials as well. And always try to have y'all be the ones to share your stories, not share it on your behalf. But I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. I also saw Vaughn said that he's trying to work on a program for homeless and drug awareness and addiction in the San Diego area. Any ideas on how to get it started or keep it up and running? And yes, I am happy to chat more about what that looks like. But if anyone on the call has any ideas or suggestions too, feel free to share.
Wait, how many people are in this? Because I only see a box of me, you, and 2 other people.
There is 12 people on the call total.
Oh, because I only see these 4 boxes because I don't know how to work this.
No, you're good. You're good. Well, I'll send you some stuff too, Vaughn, and I'd be happy to connect more as well on some ideas. There's a lot of organizations too that will focus on like what you're saying, like a combination of things, right? The unhoused population and drug awareness and addiction. Just like we focus on everyone impacted by substance use disorder as well. So it's really cool to see like what organizations are doing a variety of things, or even doing like individual things and connecting them together, but always happy to be a connector. And I'll send a picture of what Andre's setup is too in my follow-up email because it is a really cool setup. She also does a Christmas tree every year that's all lit up for fentanyl awareness and a bunch of really cool stuff. I actually have a picture of her yard as well. If it's not that same picture, I'll send that one too because it's a cool setup. Anyone else have anything they want to say before we wrap up today's call? And I know sometimes speaking up in a group is difficult. So if you want to shoot me an email after this instead, shoot me a text, give me a call and leave a voicemail, give me a call, I'll answer tomorrow between 9 to 5 because I will be logging off after this because it's about to be 8 o'clock here East Coast. But we'll be happy to talk to you more, even a one-on-one call. I'm happy to chat through more. Cool. Well, thank you all so much. I know it's not easy to get up on screen and share and give feedback and advice and collaboration, but grateful we're starting to be able to do this more. And hopefully as the calls continue, we'll have more people join. We can have more breakout rooms and have more discussions around this.
Yeah, and definitely I'm interested for you to call me and to send me your schedule.
Yeah, I definitely
I can
will.
get connected in my start soon in my community somehow.
Yeah, I love that. Looking forward to talking to you more, Amanda.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, I know we covered a ton today. Good news is that you don't have to do everything at once. You can just pick one thing that interested you the most or not pick anything yet and sit on it for a little while. The first thing you can do is log into our volunteer portal, continue to explore all of the available resources, sign up for an activity near you, whether it's Save a Life Day, a walk, something locally, research what might be coming up in your area, whether it's in August or September or even happening next year. People plan way in advance, and we're always happy to put things on the calendar early. And also, like I said, you can reach out one-on-one. My calendar is always open. If you've received an email from me, my booking link is always in my signature. But even if you send me a note after this and are like, please send me your availability, I will send you all of my times. I know that momentum is built just one action at a time. So whether you can do something this week, next week, or continue to do stuff as the months come, I know we'll continue to build something really beautiful all together. And thank you for putting numbers and stuff in here as well for me and for others. But yeah, does anyone have any other questions, any other thoughts? My email and phone number are here. But yeah, really grateful that this small group got together on a Wednesday evening.
Thank
Gab.
you.
Thank you so
Now
much.
go enjoy your evening.
I am enjoying it. This is one of my favorite parts of the day, getting connect with all of y'all at once. So I appreciate y'all taking
Well,
the time.
go eat dinner because you didn't eat dinner yet, I'm sure.
I actually had a chocolate chip cookie, so I'm feeling pretty happy
okay.
right now.
Dessert is good before dinner.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank y'all so much. It was lovely seeing y'all, and we'll check in again soon. Have a good one.